Welcome back to Season 2, Episode 3 of DHS Sports Center. Today I have an interview with varsity golf captains Chase Gilherm and Connor Murphy. Later in the episode, you will see Will's Weekly Sports News, the second episode to my new segment. Stay tuned for that and more on DHS Sports Center.
Do you know what road safety is all about? Many people ignore important road signs found on their way to school. There are many signs posted on the school campus that you need to know. In this short video, I will explain 4 of the most important signs. When you see a stop pedestrian cross sign, come to a complete stop, allow pedestrians to cross, and proceed with caution. When you see this sign, notice that you are in a school zone and take roads slower than usual during school hours. When you see the speed limit sign, that is the maximum speed that you can travel in that designated area. Bike lanes are designated areas for pedestrians operating non-motorized vehicles. Hopefully this video informed you about road safety. Remember, safe driving saves lives.
All right, and we are back, and I'm happy to be joined by the DHS Golf senior captains, Chase Gilherm and Connor Murphy. So my first question for you guys is, how has the season been going so far?
It's been pretty good. We're, 5-3?
5-2, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we've been playing good, solid golf, just winning matches.
Yeah.
That's really all it is to it.
Yeah. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but last year the seniors, Keegan Humison and Luke Medeiros, obviously are gone this year. How has the change been from losing them last year to this year?
Keegan and Luke were great last year, and we definitely missed them, but we've had some great underclassmen coming up. We've had some good freshmen, sophomores, so we've definitely stepped up, filled in the gaps. So, yeah, it's been good.
I agree.
Nice. And, you know, you guys said you were, 5-2, 5-3. Has there been a school that you played so far that has been like a really tough competitor towards you guys?
BR is always tough.
They are?
They're in our division. They're always tough. Every time we face Stang, we're not going to face them this year. They're always really tough. Yeah. But yeah, BR and Stang are the two that are always beating us.
Yeah.
But
BR right now is the only one that we've lost to, too. We played them twice, so both of our losses are only BR.
Nice. And is there any school going forward this season that you guys are excited to play against, in a match? Really?
I always like Vogue.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I just like to beat Vogue.
Yeah.
It's fun to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Brockton match that we had last night was good, too.
Yeah.
It's a bit closer in those matches, so a bit more fun.
Yeah. And Vogue and Brockton, are they in your division?
Vogue isn't, Brockton is.
Brockton
Vogue is in the, they have their own vocational school division, so
nice.
yeah.
Nice. And, going off, since you guys have been freshmen and playing golf, how do you think you've improved as a golfer playing for the golf team here?
I've been playing golf my whole life, basically. So, I've definitely made a couple improvements over the past couple of years for sure. And I think that just comes with development and growing, like just becoming an adult. But maturity, things like that, especially going to the golf game, because it's a lot of sophistication, a lot of thinking. Yeah. So I think that just the high school experience itself has helped me grow golf game wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Chase. It's when you're playing golf every day of the week, it's hard not to improve in that case. So just being on the course every day for the couple of months that we play, you see a lot of improvement and stuff, and it's all about the mental game too. So even when you're hitting bad shots or whatever, you're still just working on thinking it through.
Yeah. And golf is, being a very technical sport, in the summertime when you're not in school, you guys are still always practicing to get better for, the upcoming season in the fall.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And would you guys say you had any big supporters, people in your life that really inspire you to do better each day? Or?
Yeah, my parents, obviously. That's pretty normal answer for everybody. You know, their parents are their number one supporters. My grandparents helped me out through the way. But yeah, my dad's always been there, right by my side. He never telling me to give up. You know, just always there.
Yeah, my parents too. My dad and my grandfather are both into golf as well, so they're always happy to talk about it and everything. Yeah, lots of help.
Yeah, yeah. And do you think this season that you guys have been playing, do you think it's going to be better than last year's season, or do you think it's already been going better since last year?
Honestly, like I feel like last year we had a really good team, and I think this year we have an opportunity to be better. But the last 4 golfers, they just need to get because they can do it. I know they can. They have it in them. They all have good swings. Like we have a good team. They just need to get their head right because they're just making mental mistakes. But that's fine. You know, it happens. It's golf.
Yeah, I agree with Chase.
It's how it is.
Yeah. And being the senior captains, kind of like, do you guys think you have to take sort of a role as a leader towards the younger kids?
Of course.
Yeah.
I've always tried to take a role as a leader just because I felt like I've known a little bit more about golf, just because I've been playing my entire life.
Yeah.
So even as a freshman, I was helping kids out that were struggling or you know not doing what they wanted to do. So I've always tried to take on that leader role.
Yeah, and like Chase was saying with the mental game of it, where sometimes it's easy for the underclassmen and younger kids to kind of get put down and everything and get discouraged. So it's all about just making sure that they know to just move on shot by shot, hole by hole, to just keep your head in it.
Yeah. And you know, as seniors, what is the level of excitement that you guys have? You know, sometimes going out there to play golf, knowing that it's your last year. You know, you're the oldest kids on the team. You're the leaders. You know, essentially as captain. Is there like a certain level of excitement? You know, that you feel like you've earned that role as a leader?
Yeah, no, it's definitely fun to just go out there and go play golf. I do it a lot. It's something that I love to do, and I'm hoping I can take it to the college level. That's really where I'm at right now. But I'm glad I'm a senior. It's been quick, but yeah, I love it.
Yeah, just out there trying to make the most of it every day. And golf is a sport you can play for the rest of your life, whether you're playing in leagues or whatever, or you're just going out on a Sunday afternoon. Like, you'll always have that. So just being able to play with the team and get out there with everyone, just doing what you can.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, and like you guys said, as much as you guys practice here with the school and the team, on the weekends when school's not in session or even at home, do you guys still continually practice and try to get better?
Yeah. Most of the time during the summer, I'm a member at a couple courses, so I'll bounce around from place to place. And then during the winter, I try to go to like different indoor places to keep in shape because it's kind of hard. Obviously, snow on the ground, golf is kind of a fair weather sport. But I do as much as I can to stay in the golf game. Yeah.
Would you say it's the same?
Yeah, same thing. You can bounce around courses and between all the driving ranges and stuff. There's lots of great things to do around the area.
Yeah. And leading into my next question, would you guys say that you have a favorite course that you play at, a course that you really enjoy?
Like for the high school season?
Yeah.
I actually like Old Scottish Links. That's actually BR's course.
Yeah.
It's kind of a link style course, so there's not really many trees, but it's just like flat. I really like that course. It's probably my favorite.
I think the Durfee course, what is that? Fall River?
Yeah,
Fall River Country Club is really nice. I always like playing there.
Yep.
Yeah. And the course you guys play at Allendale Country Club, how do you think you guys have adapted to that course after playing here for like 4 years?
Honestly, it's funny. Like we have a joke. Like nobody really plays good there. But that's everybody knows the course. I bet we could all close our eyes and just tell you exactly what the layout is by now. But it's funny. We don't really play well there in matches, but we have our days, and then some days we all play well. So
Yeah, it's a tough course in comparison to some of the other ones. Teams will come and they know coming into our course that it's a harder one. And like Chase said, I feel like all of my better match scores have been away. Like, it's just a tough course no matter how hard you play it, but it's nice, and we're lucky to be there.
Yeah. And going into more of a personal question, what would you guys say your favorite, your favorite club is to hit with?
That's a great question. It fluctuates. Like if I'm playing well, it could be every club. Like I'll just pick one out and I'm feeling it. But I like right in the middle. I like 7-iron.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I gotta agree with the 7-iron.
Yeah.
Nice and crisp in the middle.
Yeah.
Would you guys say that club is, the one that you play the best with? You always, are pretty sharp with that club, the 7-iron?
Yeah, I'd say so. And I feel like it's a club you can do a lot of stuff with. You can, punch out if you really need to.
Yeah.
Hit a little low shot. You can hit it high if you want to. You can do a lot of different things with that club.
Yeah, you can count on it.
Exactly.
Well, I want to thank you guys for coming on the show today and doing this interview with me.
Thank you.
It was awesome to
thanks.
interview you guys. Welcome back to Will's Weekly Sports News, my segment where I give you the dish on all of the latest news in my favorite professional sports. Let's talk about Week 3 of the NFL. Tom versus Aaron part, who knows at this point. The Bucs and Packers faced off in Tampa. Rodgers and the Packers take this one with a final score of 14-12. It was a defense-dominant game from start to finish. Brady went 31 for 42 with 271 passing yards, a touchdown, while Rodgers was 27 for 35 with 255 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Upset alert, with the Dolphins taking down the Bills 21-19 and the Colts defeating the Chiefs 20-17. Miami improves to 3-0, still undefeated, ruling the AFC East. And the Colts are ones across the board, with a win, a loss, and a tie. And Dan Orlovsky Part 2? 49ers QB Jimmy Garoppolo hilariously stepped out of the end zone, resulting in a safety this week on Sunday Night Football against the Broncos. Moving on from the NFL, this past weekend on Saturday night we saw top-ranked boxing on ESPN, where we got Shakur Stevenson versus Robinson Conceição for the junior lightweight belt. However, I would be remiss to mention Stevenson missed weight for the fight, weighing in at 131.6 pounds, which is 1.5 pounds over the 130-pound weight limit. Stevenson was stripped of his WBC and WBO junior lightweight belts, while Robinson Conceição, who made weight coming in at 129.6 pounds. Conceição would have been eligible to win both belts, but Stevenson still ended up winning the bout by unanimous decision. After the fight, Stevenson called out the champ himself, Devin Haney. That could be an interesting matchup for the future. Nonetheless, on Twitter, Ryan Garcia started chirping Shakur Stevenson about a possible fight between them at 135 pounds. Another intriguing matchup. Unlike that boxing event, there was no UFC this weekend. Not to worry, we had a very fun Bellator card to watch when Bellator 285 took place on Saturday at the 3 Arena in Dublin, Ireland. The main event was a lightweight bout between number 3 ranked lightweight Benson Henderson and number 5 lightweight Ireland's own Peter Queally. Queally, fighting in his home country, was not able to get it done, as Henderson won the bout by a unanimous decision. The co-main event was a light heavyweight matchup between the number 8 ranked light heavyweight Yoel Romero and Melvin Manhoef. Romero, who at 45 years old was able to finish Manhoef by TKO. Not only did Romero finish Manhoef in the fight, he finished his career. In his post-fight Octagon interview, Melvin Manhoef announced his retirement from the sport. And as I previously mentioned, there was no UFC this weekend, but on Tuesday, we concluded Season 6 of Dana White's Contender Series. The big question going into that episode, will the man, the myth, the legend, Bo Nickel, get a UFC contract? After not winning a contract in a previous episode, Dana White brought Nickel back to get his revenge. And boy did he, as he finished Donovan Beer in just 52 seconds. Now, just 2 days later on Thursday, it was announced Bo Nickel will be taking on Jamie Pickett at UFC 282 in December, a middleweight bout. You might have noticed my super cool Charles Oliveira hoodie. I can't wait for UFC 280 on October 22nd, where Charles Oliveira will be facing Islam Makhachev for the vacant UFC lightweight title. And finally, moving on from MMA, let's talk some baseball. All rise for the Judge. Aaron Judge hits his 61st home run of the season, which now ties Roger Maris's record. Judge also warmed the hearts of his fans when he gave that home run ball to his mother. That's all I got for this week's episode of Will's Weekly Sports News. Tune in for next episode. Thank you for watching today's episode of DHS Sports Center. Next week, I'll have an interview with the DHS girls varsity field hockey team. If you like DHS Sports Center and want to see more, subscribe to DHS TV Media on YouTube. Thank you for watching.